The Asantman Council declared that the Samodu's family, where Randolph Oba, styled himself as Samodua II, hails from, were not royals and therefore were not eligible to ascend the Sampa throne.
Obi akishire ne kuro ene nyina ye ka bo mu te se bi Asanteman ye ka bo mu a ye som ye wura oti kokko so no saa pepepe ene nkuro atwa Sampa ho hye nyina no ya fa so ade kishire wo kuro a ye de ye nana Biafra atue ya no se Sampa man hena ye wura otumfo koguwa otoso mienu 1984 Okaja Ekunye yeah no my hand.
Sampa Traditional Council painful. Na the person make Marcelo Brofcasium a chiri Mivia a bobon tofa na among for so 80. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, thank you very much for your presence. Good morning, everyone, and let me say again, Happy New Year. We appreciate your prompt response to our call upon short notice. This press statement was necessitated by unfortunate, unwarranted, and unguarded comments made by one Romford Oba, who styled himself as Samodia, purported to be the paramount chief of Sampa Traditional Council, threatening to destool Kukwa Hene, who is the Adontin of Sampa Traditional Council. The other Somawa Hene, who is Swankwa Hene of the Sampa Traditional Council. And then the other number 2 Hene, who is also Mpuria Hene of Sampa Traditional Council. If they fail or refuse to recognize him as paramount chief of Sampa Traditional Council, which council finds unacceptable and uncustomary and then illegal, we found those actions as illegal. Today's press statement seeks to clarify issues about Sampa traditional affairs and other matters concerned. Hate speech, misinformation, acts of hooliganism, and direct threat to human rights, sustainable development, and peace and security. We need to be effective in both assessing our universal values in addressing the root cause of dishonesty, misinformation, anxiety, and anger. This is key to the bringing people along in defense of those values that are under such grave threat today in our traditional area. It is important that we put the following questions into proper perspective. 1. Which stool that the Sampa stool owns allegiance to? 2. Who evaluated Sampa stool into paramountcy? 3. Was the Sampa stool affair arbitration concluded and has been appealed against such arbitration award? 4. Are the Traditional Council members supporting someone against other? Is it a matter of understanding? Standing for one truth. 5. What is the root cause of the Sampa problem? Our friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen, customary, the Sampa stool is a sub-stool to the golden stool, and therefore it owns allegiance to Asante Hene. The Sampa stool was elevated to paramountcy in 1984 by the Asante Hene's Royal Majesty Otumfuo Opoku II. Nana Kofi Sun II, whose reign the stool was elevated to paramountcy, became the first paramount chief of the traditional council, traditional area, accordingly sworn allegiance to the golden stool at Menchia before the late Otumfuo Opoku II. Nana Akufo-Addo II, who automatically became the president of the Sampa Traditional Council, passed away in 2007. And at the meeting of the members of the Traditional Council, Nana Kwadwo Masa II, Kukwahene, and Adontihene of Sampa Traditional Council area, was appointed as the acting president of the Traditional Council. Since 2007 up to date, Nana Kwadwo Masa has acted as the paramount president of the Traditional Council while awaiting for Nana Sangba Jafla, who had been properly installed as the paramount chief of the Sampa Traditional area, to be gazetted to enable him assume the position of president of the Sampa Traditional Council as required by the Chieftaincy Act. Before the death of Nana Akufo-Addo, the then paramount queen mother, Yajo Kakala, had passed away, and attempts to install a new queen mother generated litigation which was pending before the Judicial Committee of Regional House of Chiefs. As of the time, Nana Kwadwo Masa assumed the position of acting president of the Sampa Traditional Council. The two stools, i.e., the paramount chief and then the paramount queen stool, were all vacant. Nana Akufo-Addo, no, 7, a dispute arose to which Royal Gate 10 was to nominate someone to succeed Nana Akufo-Addo as paramount chief of Sampa Traditional area. Nana Abu filed a petition at the Brun Regional House of Chiefs for a declaration that was his Royal Gate 10 to nominate someone to be installed as the paramount chief. While the two petitions were pending at the Brun Regional House of Chiefs, the parties voluntarily referred the dispute to Asantehene and Asanteman Council for arbitration, because they all recognize that the Sampa stool owns allegiance to the golden stool, and therefore was proper forum for arbitration. This was rightly stated in a letter written by Jasehene to Nana Kwadwo Masa II in his capacity as acting president during the arbitration period. This is a copy. In fact, we'll give you copies of those. These are copies of, and we'll present them to you. A panel was constituted by His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Addo to go into the two petitions. A panel, after 8, had gone through the petitions filed, submitted its report to the Asantehene and Asanteman Council. The report was debated and adopted by the Asanteman Council, and an arbitral award was given. The Asanteman Council declared that the Samoduel's family, where Randolph Oba styled himself as Samodua II hails from, were not royals and therefore were not eligible to ascend the Sampa throne. This decision was communicated to the Traditional Council, and at the meeting of the council, it was agreed that a delegation be sent to Menchia Palace to ascertain the truth or otherwise of what the Traditional Council was told by Nana Abu Mahama. Upon inquiries by the delegation, it turned out that one Rose Mensah, the mother of Randolph Oba, also known as Nana Samodia, and Adam Awatra, has filed fresh petition at Menchia Palace, which was yet to be gone into. It is important to state that this fresh petition is different from the two petitions were agreed upon by the parties for Otumfuo to settle. Based on this information, the Traditional Council met and invited the petitioners Mansa Rose and Aba Mawatra, and the respondent, Nana Abu's family, and urged them to exercise restraint while waiting for the outcome of the fresh petition filed by Rose Mansa and Adam Mawatra. At the meeting, it was resolved that the Treasury Council would be bound by a arbitral award that will be pronounced by Asante Council under the presidency of His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II. On 22nd June 2023, the Asante sitting in council with Asanteman gave verdict on the petition which declared that the Samodia family, represented by Rose Mansa, the petitioner, were not, I repeat, were not eligible to ascend the Sampa stool. Nana Abu-Watra's royal gate was therefore mandated to nominate someone to install as paramount chief of Sampa traditional area. Copies of this arbitral were also sent to the relevant institutions, the Sampa Traditional Council and Bron Regional House of Chiefs. Subsequently, the Afia Techiwa royal family, Yelkose's royal gate, customary met and nominated Justice Emmanuel Ankama as their candidate to occupy the paramount stool. The kingmakers of Sampa stool approved the nomination of Justice Emmanuel Ankama to occupy the vacant paramount stool. These are the documents I've already told you we will present them. These are the documents executed by the kingmakers in approval of the nomination of Justice Emmanuel Ankama as paramount chief elect for Sampa traditional area. After the nomination, approval of Justice Emmanuel Ankama, the acting president led the delegation of the kingmakers from Sampa Traditional Council and members of nominee Royal Gate to Menshia and formally introduce him to Otumfuo Osei II as paramount chief nominated and approved by the kingmakers to occupy the vacant stool, and Otumfuo accepted the nominee. Subsequently, Justice Emmanuel Ankama performed all the necessary customary rites of ensuement on 31st November 2023. He sworn before kingmakers and other members of the Traditional Council to be paramount chief of the Sampa traditional area under the stool name Nana Sama Yafla II. Members of the Sampa Traditional Council also sworn the oath of allegiance to him. That on the 18th of December 2023, Nana Sama Yafla sworn the oath of allegiance to His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II to commemorate his installment. The members of the Traditional Council, including the acting president, took turns to swear the oath of allegiance to the golden stool. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, please take note that after the death of Nana Kofi II, all the sub-chiefs who have been gazetted and their chieftaincy declaration forms endorsed by Nana Kofi II in his capacity as the acting president of the Sampa traditional area. Apart from Nana Kofi II, the council had not mandated anyone to endorse chieftaincy declaration forms for any other person claiming to be paramount chief of Sampa or paramount queen mother of Sampa traditional area. The acting president duly endorsed the chieftaincy declaration form of Nana Sama Yafla and caused say to submit and to be submitted to Bruno Regional House of Chiefs for transmission to the National House of Chiefs as it is required of it, Bruno Regional House of Chiefs, by the Chieftaincy Act. The council acted in fulfillment of its promise of bound by the outcome of the arbitration at Menshia Palace. Members of the Sampa Traditional Council are therefore surprised to hear that Bro Regional House chiefs have refused to transmit the chieftaincy declaration forms of Nana Samba Jafla on account that they have already received processes the forms for Nana Samodia II. As of the time, the Regional House of Chiefs purported to have processed the chieftaincy declaration forms of Nana Samodia. The two forces to have already informed the Brown of Regional House of Chiefs that Samodia's family are not royals and therefore not eligible to ascend the Sampa stool. I think we'll give you a copy of this. The Brown Regional House of Chiefs ought to know what it does not have to the power to determine who should be registered as paramount chief of Sampa traditional area. If at all it has any role to play in the registration process, it only conveys what has been duly submitted to it by Sampa Traditional Council, acting through the acting president, Nana Kwayo Masa, to the National House of Chiefs, which has the sole mandate to approve or disapprove the chieftaincy declaration form submitted by the applicant. The problems in Sampa are instigated by actions of Brown Regional House of Chiefs, which is very unfortunate. A statutory body should not be used to foment trouble by individuals for their selfish-centered interests. As matters of fact, it came as a surprise to Sampa Traditional Council that the CD forms of the said Samodia, which had not been sanctioned by the kingmakers and the Traditional Council through the acting president, have been forwarded by Brown Regional House of Chiefs to the National House of Chiefs in December 2023. The very day the council was before the Asantemae to swear the oath of allegiance to the Golden Stool. When we heard this, an application was filed to stop the National House of Chiefs from going ahead to gazette Samodia II. However, the application was discontinued. Other CD forms had been returned to Brown Regional House of Chiefs because same were declared as invalid. This is a copy of the search report. I think I've already informed you. We'll give you copies. The council is not aware that the arbitral award has been set aside, nor is it aware that there is pending application to set aside the award. Nana Samba Jafla is the lawful installed paramount chief of Sampa traditional area, and the traditional council only declare him as such. The council members will therefore not tolerate anyone. I repeat, the council members will therefore not tolerate anyone going around the traditional threatening chiefs with disarmament. In view of this, we are calling the security agencies to act and call such people to order, because we don't want to do it in our way. We will not allow lawlessness individual to destroy the peace of our towns. Therefore, whatever Nananum will do to maintain peace in our communities, we will do it. We are also calling on the leadership of Brown Regional House of Chiefs to use the house to promote peace, development, and not an individual selfish interest. The Brown Regional House of Chiefs is a statutory body and not an extension of anybody's stool. The Ministry of Chieftaincy Affairs, National Security, others should know that what the Brown House of Chiefs is doing is not in the interest of the nation and should be told to desist from it with immediate effect. The Sampa stool affairs is not a fight between Brown and Asantes. I repeat that sentence again. The Sampa stool affairs is not a fight between Brown and Asante. The Sampa stool is part of Ashantiman Council, and therefore it was right forum for the arbitration. And if anyone does not agree with the arbitral award, the person is free to use the available legal remedies and not through hooliganism to address his concerns. Nananum, Nananum will protect their territories and will do that through customary and legal means available to them. We will not tolerate anyone who will want to bring division and anarchy within our towns. I thank you very much. Yeah, making kind, Bijana Nananum and Kinkai, and an up will call you autos me. Me a regent with the other summer too, and I'm here Chidoere, the man, the other number 2, Nana Mpuna, the Damas.
Yo, Yura, Ananam, Aton Safremo, and Ne Area Bree. And Sama Koso Mananam, Yaboko Jai, Ayaton Safremo. Nananum, a Hiasem, Yawomo, any Bresem, na yenim se monso na moye nipa moye te se dua ye fam so e foro so nti egina sa press conference yi so fremo de yensem ye hawo na nema ye koso Sampa ne ne mpotem ha ne nkuru atwa ne ho ahia nananom asabi ye hye nana say ye twa ya bokakra ye mabia e koso ha no nanka ese mfata nanso omo bia no ye mfro bia minim se de mre ye adwuma a ye de dwuma ko gina mre ni ene sen sa branch ye ya oko gina aduada so number 1 number 2 ko kan ho se eye nana eye acting president nana Kwaju Masa eye adonten hin kokoko wa man of mre bi bosome se wa ma ne na so amesom no a yes okay na fanakasa no mu dia na se mo kan de batwi mu a obi tu na de so basi ohun foforo wo kokon a to so bi eye nana a o ti me se ni papi nana su man kwa hin nana ko bi brefi ono so ni duada so number 1 ohene a owo ho fili tetetetetete na nanom na se bi chichiri kuro do obi a chichiri ne kuro na yi na ka bo mu te se bi Asanteman ya ka bo mu a yesom yewura otikoko so no sa pepepe na nkura atwa Sampa mo hye nyina no ya fa so a de chichiri wo kuro a ye de ye nana Biafra atue ya no se Sampa man hena yewura otumfo kobuwa otoso mienu 1984 opaja akonya ye no man hena etoso bi diara so number 2 ohina wo hoye nana mponu ahene nana kwaku abadi o fitete na ne nana no chechire diara so number 2 kuru enne ibise ho se abrantie ya wo bon ho safo hene so de ya san modue a ono sesi o yinti trase mi basa na o de ba o man no na ye penesa ye de ye so momra na nka nye wo wase wo so ye o hene na te se nkuru to ase bi nkuru me bobo de se kabire jamra bo na kira dadiem buko kokua the ratio number 1 number 2 ase bi nkuru bi anye nkuru ketwa na wo so yo hene na sa nipa bia enni wachi obia ni wachi na wasesa de mmara hye wo nsam ye nkote a Sampa kurunti he a na oboa mranti bia no na makoto ahye na hemfie se yetu Sampa kurunti he se de aye ne fo na ode aduru na nanom akesefo no so nkronum na yeso de ye pese ye fa moso se bi biara so ho no wo mo edi na chi no me kan prince obi ohene bi di na chi so ye ohene onye ohene ene hwan ese ye friend jato me kan prince jato onye ohene wo de kwa kan kase mo a zeto onsan chiro ohene bia ye yi no sa patam hina na nkasa abre no obeba be so akire na kofi so no a otoso miye sa abre na akam nti na chiri na ye pese nka nne na jafra ba ye na ko obeba be so akire no so ye ohene sa nipa we wafa no ana say bi want bibia se odi na chi there are so number 2 kuro no eye na kwakwa ba bio ne na no na chichiri kuri bisi nne ohene ba ko pe ene wo ho ene na kwakwa ba bio ohena wasore wo ho asese oso ka no ho no oye benkum hine ma Sampa traditional council na kofi so no ba ye no oye na kwakwa ba bio ni kurunti he a ono no ene bu ma na bibi nti ena wa twe no peso twe no fi ne nchai ena obaye na bon benkum hene wo Sampa traditional council na ko biara so de onye ohene wo sa nipa we no me nu pe we aye ya to we biara so number 1 a ono wa be kan na sumankwa ahene ho a ono oyo ohene obeso ko ka ne share no afa wo ma isamranti bi no edi wo mo achi se we printi hene ode wo mo nam se na hemfo obiara ni kwa se bi oyo ohene na so se oyo ohene oyo man hena se nkura amabobo din ase bi etwa Sampa ho hie yi onchire ohene ba ho pe ase bi wo mo ye se bi ohene anye se ohene keke aban ginzet no a wo mo ni din yo mo hene wo biara so a bi di na chi nti me bo no to fa se ye bi gina bo iso na area sre security ge ye wura nom se sei ye wura da pare if this is commander so Kopin regional commander so Kopin ye wura da pare so ye sre no o ma na nimra Sampa na ne ma aye koso no enye papa nye se bi esuro na yesuro nipa bi no matototo wo mu na se nye abotare wo a wo de wade no wo nse no eno na nana mo ahwe nka se bi nana no keka wo mu a nka Ghana wo mu ku se asemo asi Sampa man mu a yeso yi na ye mpena sa ntina nana atonsa afra mu ye gina mo so na ne ba ma koyi mo nhwe na mo ma mo mfidie no enko yiwura dampare ne mpanyimfo yema interior minister no wo mo asonte yehu ne yeko na abrante no onye ohene wo Sampa ha nipa bi no na wafa wo mo ena sabi wo mo nim fi nti ena ode mra hye ne nsem a oye sa na ma we na se sa kokon akuro ye da ho yi enye kuro kitwa na be kwa ko gina ho na obeka se mi botu na na kokon ahene wo se bi ananu ti wo na nanu ti chiri kuro no na wo na nanu wo he wuni mase kokon anu kuro din na da so no wuni mase ana abadu ya da so number 1 number 2 nti abrante no ne oye no kompesa so bi do man no nti ne me de me gina na nanu ma na mu ma bo no tofa e de akira mo a mo achi egu mo fidie so no mo ma yewura dampare ne mpanyifo animu ya yema ye nimra ha na obi a wo yesai ne yema no se bi ye nya no atra de nton sanfrem ne mfa no famla kwan so no mom ne beboa ama asondwe aba yema yemo na se base o kan titi ase o kan konsem o kan awudi sem ne yema no e de basa beba na se bi bia da bia o ye na o fa no dia surumma ni obeya no obeya so ye kai ho a enko papa ma na ide enkanisa nti never wakaba na madam ase se mo ba amaboy mo mfa osie enye oyo na mo ntu ho na mo ma obiara eso te Sampa se ni o ma na ni mbra na panta do bi e fa so e be bire ni paase e wo Sampa ha ma so na ahoto aba ma Sampa e Ghana nya na to ma do fira ba fa to ma do fira ti no no baba e da paase no de mesremo ne ye hwehwe afiri bono House of Chiefs no se bi bono no ye nyina na yesom bono ye nya tamfo se ne ebinom pese ye no bra ye de nana esi akonwa so yi se bi ye de nana enkrata ekoe na saa bra na binom afa kuntu na se bi de krata bi eye saa abrantie ne nkrata kodi house ho na ekoduru National House ema wom ko hu se saa nkrata na ode abasa nipa no onye ohene nye ono na sebi otumfo odnesi ekonwa so ye di na sem ebu ya nofo nti na aye se anka bono house no ogina so na nka ode na najafra na nkrata akọ isansa nti wo mo atena nkrata no so enanso ema nana atem president ye nana Kwadwo Masa ono nso so gina nana no manemu ya ye ho nkrata nyina sa bi ho asem da court ye de bono house no ye de na ko gina court se na se de nipa si akonwa so wi a o hwe na ode ne nkrata akọ national na se bi wo gazette no nana jafra nkrata akọto wa fa ma mere kwan so e na ye de na si akonwa so na be pem sa bre enkoso no nti court nhye na ese o ka kire no on kan kire no na jafra ne nkrata emra ntem no man no se bi fa de ntoma femfira na o man no nya na so ndwe e no na se ye de ase no court se ya minim se nyame ye ne pa 13th ya ebe ba so e wokun ase appeal court nti so bi san ho a se bono e na ese nka o mkeka o nti mmeka se fa ba bi kura no e ya ade a na ye koso ikura no na kwete se wo nsa sha ase fi sa ade se o ye ma so ndwe ba no na se wo nye na se bi obi a onye ohene na mote ho na munim se ya fa amamre kwan so esi no ohene ansa na obi bedi ohene so mu nyina mo ye hemfo se nye nipa nyina na se bi abusua na da ho a e da ho se obi atim di akonwa no bi na obi sore sa nipa sei na motima sore afere na nkrata de ko na sanse National House open no kurenti na ekoduru ho ekoliki sa da no na jafra ni ho nso ye bo ne nkrata na chi na me de mesere se ne bono House of Chiefs ye no ye nyina na ye ma bono na ye obono na mmom ye hwe na ye ma periperi ye opanyin oti adwam e wo bono house ho no on fa na nsi form na on kan nokore so pesampa yi edi a on kan nokore na jafra na nkrata no ye nya na minim se ni nyina no wo mo aso da se wo mo gina mra anim e wo court nti se wo mo nyina wo mo wa no yi wo court nti ono de so bi samia ba bia ye de ho aduro no na me ofutu kakra me be ma bono mpan ho no sa se no ye be di awi o se enwi o wo mo mo ho me so na ma nokore enye adwuma se wo mo pesampa man eyi edi a na se wo mo anye sa de na me ho se wo mo Sampa man atamfo
Royal Hotel, a ultra-modern hotel bia or Achumakofo dua or Santimantem Ben Ebuakwa. Hotel ye feye, se ura den bia mu a, wo hiesie mu e wa honka kwan so. Or VIP rooms or executive rooms, and afi wo standard rooms. Obambo de enya de a ehu bi mu. Ekira kwai wo Achumakofo dua, Oniga we filling station na edi hwani mu. Obetumi afre ahomatrofo yi 0249 450 955 K-Loss Royal Hotel. Yeah.